Well, hello there. Great day to you. This is Lawanda Will Be Lawanda, and I am a survivor of known childhood sexual abuse. I show up here every day with a video to help break the stigma, reach the people who need to be reached, and encourage healing along the journey. You probably didn't land here by accident, and so I want to be able to share some information that is vitally important for your healing. Survivor, let me tell you something. One of the hardest truths that I've had to face in this healing journey is that for years, I helped make everybody else comfortable. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't something that I did consciously, but nonetheless, I did. I learned how to keep a dark secret. I learned how to smile. I learned how to show up. I learned how to sit at tables with people carrying truths that nobody wanted to discuss. I learned how to make the holidays work. I learned how to keep the family together. I learned how to ebb and flow inside of family conversations to keep the peace. I learned how to make the relationships work. And because I became so good at making things work, nobody had to ask whether they should have been working on an issue in the first place. And that is a hard truth. Because when people look at me, they see the books, they see the speaking engagements, they see these videos that I make, they see the truth telling. And some of them are very angry. But I think that part of that anger comes from this right here. The old version of Lawanda made everybody comfortable. The old version of me made it possible to believe that everything was okay in our family. The old version of Lawanda helped keep difficult questions off of the table. The old version of me made it easier for the core people in my family to avoid the discomfort of the real truth. And when I stopped doing that, people didn't just lose their comfort. They lost a role that I had been playing for decades. For a long time, I thought that I was maintaining the relationships. Now I realize that I was maintaining access. Access to my family, access to gatherings, access to belonging, access to a version of life that required me not to tell the story about what happened to me as a child. Just don't say too much. Don't make the people around uncomfortable. And here's the part that took me years to understand. From the outside, it may have looked like I was protecting him. But what I was really protecting was everybody's ability to keep pretending. Pretending that the damage wasn't that serious. Pretending that enough time had passed where everybody should just get over this. Pretending that the story The truth of the story had ended. We pretended that the people who knew actually didn't know. We pretended that the adults who should have protected me had done all they could. And as long as I played my part, everybody else could keep pretending. But then something happened. The arrangement stopped working for me. The cost became far too high. The silence became too heavy. And I simply reached a place where protecting everybody else's comfort was hurting me more than telling the truth. So I stopped. And that's when I learned something important. It's the very people who benefit from your silence. They will oftentimes mistake that for agreement. The people who benefit from your silence oftentimes will mistake that for being healed. The people who benefited from that silence will assume that you will keep carrying what they've grown comfortable watching you carry. Until one day, survivor, you stop. And when that day comes, woo-wee, they're going to call it change. They're going to call it division. They are going to call it betrayal. But the reality is, it's none of those things. It is really the first honest thing that you have done for yourself in years. So if you're listening to me, if you're looking back over your own life and you're wondering why you stayed connected to the people who hurt you the most, if you're wondering why you played along, wondering why you protected people who didn't protect you, I need you to hear me and hear me clearly. Children do not create these types of arrangements. Children inherit them. Children learn them. Children are taught them. And children survive inside of them well into their adulthood. Many of us spend years untangling ourselves from roles that we should have never been given in the first place. And hear me when I say this. You are not crazy. You are not weak for doing it. And you also are not responsible for carrying everybody else's version of reality. Survivor beloved, I want you to feel seen on this journey. I want you to know that what happened to you matters. I want you to know that healing is possible, even when it seems that it's not. No, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a fast fix. It won't be pretty, but it is possible, no matter how long you've waited. I am here using my story, my experiences, my mistakes, and my healing journey to remind you of something. You do not have to stay where survival left you. You can grow beyond it. You can heal from it. And I know you will make it. If these conversations are helping you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, would you do me a favor, please? Like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you know when I'm going live again, and share this information with somebody who needs to hear it. That is how we are going to grow this community of people healing together. That is how we are going to reach the people who are still suffering in silence. And that is how we heal together. This is LaWanda, will be LaWanda always, because everybody else is already taken. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.